Hello everybody, it's Echo here, and today we're going to be looking at the very popular anime series and manga series, Rent-A-Girlfriend, and giving an honest review. I caught up on the manga and anime just for this video. Not my enjoyment at all, it definitely wasn't just me being bored and loving the anime, but, it was for research purposes. This review will be broken up into 4 parts, which are pacing, characters, story, and just overall rating. And now, with this little short intro clip, let's get into the review. Okay, first off, we're going to start off with characters, and this show has phenomenal characters, including one that was hyped up to be an actual goddess or some shit in Chizuru, and that's the first one who I'll be talking about today. She's great, and she isn't one of those annoying characters who explodes in popularity for being an actual pain in the ass. Taiga. She gets mad for genuine things and has a realistic purpose for what she does. Everyone really liked her, and she was very hyped up, as I said, and I could see why. She's a very professional and mature person who hides behind a tough exterior, but is a really caring and nice person. You could tell based off how she reacts that she really does care for Kazuya in the anime. It seems like those feelings haven't really developed into romantic ones just yet in the anime. Moving on from her, we'll get to Kazuya, who, I'm gonna be honest with you, I could not stand him. I think he was a very unlikable character. He's a liar, and I get he's desperate, but it seems like he always baits for compliments when he says things like, "I'm pretty pathetic, right?" Or does things like basically crying to Chizuru about his problems. And I think he's supposed to be pretty much the polar opposite to her, but he was just not an enjoyable character to me. Now, let's move on to the absolute best girl, Mummy.
Oh, you stink!
Nah, I'm playing. But for the most part, I really didn't hate her. I mean, yeah, she was a total bitch and really made to be unlikable, but that's a bigger reason to think she's a great character in my opinion, because she plays her purpose in the story so damn well, and, she makes herself very unlikable, which is their, motive for having her. I think she really does care for Kazuya, but is just really confused about her emotions. And, okay, now we're going to move on to this person. I genuinely think Ruka is my favorite, and it's between her and Chizuru, but, I'm not really sure. I really enjoyed Ruka, and just love how she blatantly cares about Kazuya. She is fantastic, and I just like how caring she is. I feel like the fan base wouldn't like her because she gets in the way of them. And, I mean, she does it really well and it's great comic relief. Sumi's another character I feel like the fan base would really adore and would really enjoy because she is really shy and provides comic reliefs at times when situations get tense, and also provides just really nice and cute moments. There are also minor characters like Kazuya's friends who I actually really liked. Like, Kibe is the absolute best bro you could ever ask for, and he literally sends his homie Merry Christmas texts. I mean, you gotta be a really good bro to do that. Other characters I'd like to talk about are the 2 grandmas who are notable, and I just see them as a comic relief gag, but they're great in that role. So as far as the characters, I'll give him an 8.5 just to Kazuya, and he's like, I don't know, him being the main character, I feel like it weighs down the characters a little more than if he was just like a side character that I don't like. Alright, now for story, I don't think it takes a genius to know the story isn't exactly going to be the deepest. I mean, it's a love triangle harem show, pretty much. Like, how deep could it get? I just think the whole premise of renting a girlfriend adds a whole element of mystery to the characters in the show, because you're trying not to figure out, well, the characters in the show are trying to hide the fact that they are rental girlfriends or whatever, and it just creates this whole love triangle and a mystery aspect to the show. How did Kazuya get with Chizuru is a question I'm sure a lot of the characters ask themselves, and when Mommy found out about Chizuru's secret, it added another layer of suspense and drama to the story. Will she tell? Will she keep it a secret? But at the end of the day, the show is pretty generic with some other story elements added. I like it a lot though. I think for story I would give it about a 6, since at least they tried to stray away from like other harem shows with their premise, but they didn't stray too far away from common tropes that are in a lot of those type of anime. Now for pacing, Yes, I'm bringing in pacing with this type of anime. And yes, I know. It's not exactly like the most professional anime, but you know, I'm gonna bring it in still. I know it shouldn't be a category, right? But I don't know. I think it really did the job well because it built suspense and excitement. And after reading the manga, right, I think they left off at parts in every episode which were like perfect. I think they picked like the ending of episodes to be perfect. But it does have some issues, like maybe leaving in a bit too much content in some episodes, which takes away from the mystery aspect. But overall, I'd still give it like a 7 out of 10. Now, for an overall rating, I'd give this show a 7 to 7.5. It's very, very enjoyable, but we're speaking critically about this anime. Yes, it's generic, but it was really fun to watch and read. I think the hype around this show kind of met my expectations. I mean, I get why I was hyped